What was it like being exposed to that kind of fame and being a high-profile person at such a young age?
Corrie is like my family. For all of them years, I was this character on screen, but also kind of like trying to figure out who I was away from that.
I've been doing this horse impression for 10 years, right? And I've mastered it.
In the club, I can dance, but dancing on ice, I'm not a good dancer.
What's one of the biggest challenges that you've had to overcome?
Believing in myself. There's like a song that reminds me of my nana, I think. Well, if she was there and it was on, she'd be up bloody dancing.
Yeah.
And that's me holding on. You know, grief is just love with nowhere to go. And the problem with grief is...
Guys, we're here with a lovely, lovely lady. This lady is a Manchester lady from Ardinshaw. Is that how you say it?
That's how you say it, yeah.
We've all known her as the wonderful Sophie Webster for 15 years?
16 years, yeah.
16 years.
Yeah.
Wow. How old are you now?
33.
Wow.
I know,
old.
old. I know. You don't have to tell me.
Pure wrinkles and that. So now, I just want to chat to you about your life and what you're doing now, just to see where you're at. And I know you think that you're dead boring.
I was just about to say, don't be expecting big things.
Not boring.
It's quite boring.
Of course it isn't. So now, you got exposed to fame, right? So this fame thing's a bit crazy.
My alarm is going off to tell me to leave to come here. So can I just send it off?
Late.
I'm late.
Do you wake up straight away?
Yeah,
Do
I'm
you?
quite a
I'm
light
like that.
sleeper.
I snooze once sometimes, but usually I get up. I don't know how sometimes people just snooze 6 times.
No. Do you know what I have seen though? What you should put on your Christmas list? A Lumi alarm clock, and it wakes you up to the sun, like to a sunrise instead of like a noise. I want the fancy one because I want the one with like Bluetooth so I can play my music because I don't have a speaker. But there's this whole thing that I think of like waking up nice to like the sunshine. It's not going to be sunshine where I'm from, but like sunrise is nice. You should try it.
You know when you said Illumi?
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking cheese, right?
Oh, halloumi cheese.
I thought you said cheese as in... I thought, did you think that? Did nobody else think that?
Put it on your Nando's order.
I thought you meant cheese. You thought that, didn't you? I thought you were talking about cheese. I'm like, yes, Brooke. Hey, what's your favourite cheese? Do you like cheese?
Yeah.
I love cheese, mate. What's your favourite cheese?
I don't know. I feel like you know, like when your palate changes and you mature and like you start liking like wine and like olives. Yeah, get posh.
Hard, Brooke.
Well, I don't know which one I like, but it's normally on a board. Like I've been to places before.
Wensleydale.
Don't know. I've seen it on a board and I don't really know what I'm doing with the board, so I just have a quick whip round and then I don't know which one's which.
Is it dark or is it bright or is it light?
I'd say it's like light and it's quite, maybe it's quite soft.
Wensleydale, that is, isn't
Maybe.
it? With a bit of cranberry and stuff in it.
Yeah.
That's Wensleydale. I like Wensleydale.
But you only like that after 25, 26?
Nah, I've liked it for years.
No.
I like Wensleydale and halloumi's got to be the king. I like halloumi. I can eat halloumi with everything.
I feel like halloumi's just on your Nando's order.
Love a bit of cheddar, you know what I mean? Like a bit of mild cheddar.
I do quite like cheese, to be fair.
And in the comments, you lot put down what your favourite cheese is. What's the posh one? The one that's...
Brie.
Is that what it is, where it's... It can be a bit... When you have it warm and you can put bread in it and it's a bit stringy.
Camembert.
How you say it?
Camembert.
Camembert.
No, there's like...
Camembert.
Who calls it a camembert?
What word are you saying?
Camembert.
Say it again.
It's like a joke. How do you get a bear down from a mountain?
Go on.
No. What cheese do you use to get a bear down from a mountain? It might not be this, but the answer is, come on, bear.
Oh, I get ya. Camembert. I like that one.
Maybe look
like
up
that.
the question before you go with the answer.
I like that there. I like shit jokes as
like
well.
that.
Camembert. Somebody send me some Camembert cheese. Yeah, get that on the Christmas list. Anyway, let's talk about you.
Well,
So, you know when a lot of people are in your position, right? Do you know that you're a legend, firstly?
oh, stop it now.
Are you not? So you've been in Corrie for 16 years, right? So people know who you are for the wonderful work that you've done on TV for them years. What was it like being exposed to that kind of fame and being a high-profile person at such a young age?
I'm going to be really honest with you. I was 11 when I got the part. So I just started high school. To be honest, it wasn't as exposed as we are now. You wasn't as accessible as people are now because of social media. There wasn't social media. There was like Pixo. Do you remember Pixo? You used to have a Pixo site. There was like Pixo and Bebo, but I didn't really do Bebo. But the reality of it is that I feel like I got off quite lightly in terms of like being so exposed. Because as well, you know, the only people you knew really was the people who lived on your street or the people you went to dance with. Or it's not like it is nowadays where you can literally tap and see what the Kardashians are doing or see what such and such body's doing. It wasn't really like that.
Yeah, you are lucky in that regards because it is hard now with the social media. You can't escape it.
No, you can't. And I think as well, what was different for me back then is that I'd never had anybody that had been in that position. So I just kind of had like 2 bits of my life. I'd go to Corrie and then I'd come home and then I'd play out and I'd go to work and like, cause I had Saturday jobs as well.
Sick.
So I just had a very, very normal life, I'd say, but that was just like a part of it.
So you didn't have, I didn't think about that. Right? That wasn't the thing I was going to ask you, but you just said it then. I didn't have any role model, like mentors in my field, right? So when I first started doing the gym stuff, I remember, so I've got a good friend of mine now, one of my closest friends called John Kelly. And the reason why me and him are so close is he was one of the first people that actually was not a mentor, but he let me in. I remember, have you ever been to Abram Moss? Abram Moss in Crumsall, like the leisure centre.
I know, I've never been, but I do know
it's a big leisure centre, right? And I remember I used to sneak in there, right? And there used to be a gym. And I wasn't allowed in the gym, so I sneak outside. I'm just watching through the window. And every time somebody came in through the door, I try and sneak in. But I used to get kicked out. But John was the first one ever to kind of go, see that kid. He said, what you doing? I'm like, I'm just watching, mate. He went, come in and what? Come in.
Yeah.
And I think with you, you had nobody that could show you how it was done because you was like the first youngster. Was it? Yeah. Who did you go for help then in that situation? Just other actresses?
Do you know what? I think nowadays, and obviously as you get older, I think you're more aware of your thoughts on people's thoughts of you. I think back then at 11, I was this very broad mank in a place where nobody really sounded like me. And it didn't bother me. It was only when I got older that I realised, oh, they've not had the same upbringing as me, or they might be a bit different to me, or they drive a different car to my mum, and so I kind of like went in the person that I was, and then I've just made all these. They're like my family. Corrie is like my family. I went back the other day and seeing, you know, Jane Danson and Sammy, like all the people that are like well-established characters that have been there years. They're like see my auntie and uncles at Christmas. I go in, sit down, have a chat, how's the kid? It is like a big family. And I think I found my feet there without realising actually how big Corrie was, how big it was going to be. And it was at a time where there wasn't like, obviously there wasn't social media, but there wasn't like Netflix, there wasn't anything streaming. So what you did was overnight, you'd finish school or you finish work, and it was at that time that everybody used to sit down and eat tea together, and then they'd sit and watch the telly. And we don't live like that anymore. No. So
you miss it.
I miss that.
Do you miss it?
Oh, Corrie? Yeah.
Because I see as soon as you started talking about it, then your whole face changed.
Listen, when I left to have my little boys. So I left when I was pregnant, and I didn't say I'm leaving because I'm not really good at that whole goodbye thing. So I just told everyone I was going on maternity. So no one knew that I was leaving. I left out a contract. And mainly I did that because, like I say, from being 11, there's always been a hierarchy to say, you're going to have to be here at a certain time. You're going to have to wear this, look like this. And it's little things like the colour of your nails, for instance. You can't have that colour. Your character won't have that colour. Or you can't cut your hair like that because of this, or whatever it may be. So for all of them years, I was this character on screen, but also kind of like trying to figure out who I was away from that.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a weird one. So then when I had my first little boy, I thought, I don't want somebody dictating to me what time I've got to be somewhere. And, you know, that is life. You know, people work, and unfortunately, you know, you do get to situations and jobs that are very demanding. But I think at that time I knew I'd saved money, and I just thought, no, I'm gonna take this time. And then 6 months later was lockdown anyway.
Yeah.
So it was the right decision for me. But I just miss the people.
Yeah.
I love it. I love the job. And it's everything that's got me where I am.
Yeah. You can tell that you're passionate for it, man. You can tell just when
Yeah.
you're talking about it. Because with me, obviously with my stuff, I'm not, believe it or not, I know I yap a lot, but I'm not the best talker. Like,
Really?
but if I got this in,
Well, you could have fooled me.
I know, darling, but I'm not the best talker. But if it's something that I'm interested in, or my field, or my kind of work, because I love it, I'm quite fluent with it. And when you're talking about Corrie, you can see that your whole demeanour changes. What was the transition like? So going from Sophie Webster to being mummy, what was that like?
I think the first time round, my boys are really close together. They're 17 months apart. So we had my first little boy, 6 months in was lockdown, where the world stopped and everyone was around, everyone could FaceTime, you know, everyone was checking in, what you're doing today. Everyone was going on walks. It was that nice lockdown where it was bright and it was light, and
we had really good weather in lockdown.
We got really, really good weather, we did. And then by the end of that lockdown, maybe around the August time, I was pregnant. So I feel like I did what everybody does when they have one baby and they're under one, where you think, I've smashed this. But, you know, my baby eats and he sleeps and he's dead good, and I don't know what you're all talking about, because my baby and I'm this much, and this is how it went. Yeah. And then the second came along. And as my second little boy was born, all the restrictions lifted. So then all of a sudden, people were starting to go on holiday again. And my mum, like me, loves a holiday. So I was like, Mummy, she's like, oh, she's missed out on 2 years of holidays, my mum. She had loads to catch up on. So like, I was just a little bit like, right, hold on a minute. Because if you have a problem in your day-to-day life, whether it's at work or whatever, 9 times out of 10, you getting through it with an adult, you're speaking to an adult about it. But the 2 under 2, I pretty much cried the majority of the first year with them, because I found it so hard.
Different ball game, innit?
Different ball game. And it's hard because I've been so used to doing as I'm told, and, you know, being presented with something that you read or act a certain way, that it's a bit like, oh God, why are they still crying? Or, oh God, I need to do this, but that one needs, and it was just so overwhelming, I think, and people do not talk about it enough, the pressure of having kids, 1 child, 2, 3, 4, however many, and the needs that goes into it, whilst you still also try to figure out what's going on with the world, with yourself. Yeah. It's a big transition.
Yeah, I'm not going through something now, but it's something that's very close to my heart, because kids don't see that mummy and daddy are trying to do everything for them. So everything that you do, everything that I do, is for the kids, is for your family.
Yeah.
But sometimes they don't see that, and sometimes other people don't see that. So I think with me, at the moment, it's a bit of a battle as regards to trying to balance the work life kind of thing. It's so hard, and you don't know where to go with it. So I don't know what you was like at the point, but sometimes I feel like your career might do this. So you're buzzing with that, because that means you're going to be able to give more opportunities to your family. But in your career doing this, your family might do this. And then you're kind of trying to go, no, I'm doing it for you, but you're not there. Yeah. So it's a bit of a kind of a tug of war with your little boys now. Do you think it's important that they know? So you and dad are working hard, trying to provide for them. Is there anything that you change as regards to early parenting?
Do you know, I think, so my mum was like a single mum in terms of she did it all on her own. And I think the person that I am now is because of that, because I had to go shopping with her after school, because we was rushing to go from A to B, because I was at my nana's, because of all the reasons that come with, you know, life as a kid back in the day. And it was, nowadays, I do think we're too, not soft, but I will not put myself through the pressure of taking the kids shopping with me if I don't have to. I'd rather just do it on my own, gets me done quicker, and them two are not messing about. It's not stressful.
Are you strict?
I am, but they're the two people in the whole world that melt me.
Yeah. You know, with you and your partner, like, I don't know what anybody else is like. Sorry to cut you off as well. I'm so sorry. I thought before I had kids, right, out of me and my missus, because I'm big and I'm loud, I thought I'd be the strict one. Look, I'm the opposite.
That's
I'm the worst.
like us. That is
Laura's
like us.
so good. Laura is the best mum. She's so... My little 4-year-old, Leo, absolute psycho. But when he goes off on one, Laura could sit him down and say, "You're not moving until you say sorry or behave, whatever." With me, I'm the softest. I'm bad.
Yeah. It is. It's that's like our
really?
dynamic. But I think, you know, I know it's like one of them situations that's like a hard situation. And I will get back to what you're saying about like the balance thing. But I think no one's ever gonna like die thinking I loved my kids too much. They're not.
Yeah.
But that whole work-life balancing, I think sometimes people think having the freedom of what you choose to do for work is a freedom and a luxury, and it is. Don't get me wrong, it really, really is. But I think there's a massive thing to be said for somebody not saying to you, okay, this is your 9 to 5, you have to be here at this time and everything else revolves around it. Because when you have the freedom to pick and choose what you want to do, that's on you. So if you say, okay, you know, today I'm here at this time, so I can't drop the kids off at school. I'm going to do this, going to do that. I'm going to be doing all this. And this is all really to get money so I can take my whole family on this opportunity to go here or go there or wherever it is you're going or doing. But ultimately, that's your choice.
Yeah.
And that's what's hard, I think, sometimes. That's what I battle with daily, because it's a bit like my passion is an acting, but then at the moment, my social media is where I get my money, and that's what pays me, and that enables me to take the kids to school and pick them up.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's things like this where I can do this in the morning, that's fine, but my children's carol concert or whatever it is, PE, sports day, whatever it is, that's my non-negotiable. So as long as I can be there for that and I'm picking and choosing work around that, then I'm there. But then, sorry, I feel like I'm really wittering.
No, you're right.
But then last year, I took on a play for 6 months, which took me, I was literally touring with it and I was away all the time. And I was coming and back and going, and it was just stress on me, stress on the kids, stress on Kian. It was just a lot to do. And that was hard. That was hard, missing things, because that was a non-negotiable. At 7:30, I had to be on that stage, and that was that. And I was in the stage in Cardiff.
Yeah.
So even though there was, you know, your last day at nursery, I'm in Cardiff. So I ended up driving home and taking them in and driving back. But, you know, there's a lot of parents out there that miss them significant moments because, like you say, we're constantly, as parents, trying to provide a better life. But then I also look at it and flip it as in, like, did you have that? Or did I have that? Or it was a non-negotiable back then. Yeah. Our parents had to work. So it's hard. It's whether you get your child to like character build or you give it to them. And I battle with that constantly.
It's hard work, this parenting
It's
stuff.
very hard. There's no books. There's no books. There's no guidance.
And
there's
you know
Instagram that people scroll and say, be a gentle parent. I think I'm not a gentle parent. My kids are gentle.
It's all...
Gentle parenting.
Have you tried gentle parenting?
Gentle
what is gentle parenting?
Oh, you don't know gentle parenting? No? Gentle parenting is like if, say for instance, if you kick me, I'd say that's making mummy really sad.
I'm Jamaican, that don't happen.
Exactly.
What do you mean, gentle parenting?
That's like a thing. That's what it's called, like gentle parenting. But I have never been a gentle parent. And I'm very loud and boisterous and I mess with the boys all the time. We play fight and whatever. So when I go, boys, you're making me really sad, they'll be like, are we still playing? Like, what's going on here?
Mad.
It doesn't work.
No, it's not going to work. I know what works right with me at the moment, which I'm absolutely buzzing with. So growing up, my mum and dad, great parents, right? But my mum's a shouter. Like, my mum will come in and try and like scream her head off if you're doing something bad. My dad is just cool and calm, but that used to fear me and my older brother. That's what used to scare us. So if my mum used to burst in the bedroom, you've not done this, no matter how loud, she's only about that big. No matter how loud she got, me and our kid will just
I
look.
met your mum and dad.
You did?
At the Pride of Britain
Yes, she
Awards, I
did. Yeah. So my mum would come in barking, no matter how loud she was barking, me and my brother would just look at her and kind of go. But then, if my dad, one time he called us in, I don't know what I did. It was me that did something. It wasn't Ty, because Ty's well behaved. He's called us in and he sat us in the front room. He's walked in there slowly, Brooke, and he sat down and he's just gone. Killed us. He didn't say nothing for about 10 minutes. And he just kept on sighing and then just spoke there slowly along the lines of, can't believe you've done this. I know what it was. I just remembered what it was. Oh, God, I had a party. They went to Jamaica and I had a party. I brought all the boys home, right? And we all had a party. And my dad had this bottle of champagne that he's had for years. To this day, he thinks it's some mega expensive bottle of champagne. It wasn't. Got it from Tesco's or something. But in his head, he keeps it. And if you keep it for 10 years, it's going to be £1 million. So we was all just getting drunk in the house. And I drank the bottle of champagne. Somebody went, let's go pop the champagne. I think we had a few chicks in the house. So he was like, yeah, pop the champagne. So we popped it, drunk it. And then I went, after it was finished, I went, yeah, it's going to clock on. So we just poured water back in the champagne, put the thingy back in. Don't do that. It's not that bad. Don't do that. It's not that. Is it really bad?
I think that's awful.
Is it? So then it was only a cheap bottle of champagne.
This is another
put
defender
water back.
moment.
Is it?
Yeah,
oh,
it is.
So I need some money there to back me up. So I put it back in.
I don't think this is new behaviour.
Is it that? And I put the cart back in and put it at the back of the cabinet. Didn't clock on for about 6 months. And then one day he went in there and he seen it and he came in. And as he was sighing for 10 minutes, he didn't say nothing. Then he got up, walked out, came back in, got the bottle of champagne, put it on the table.
Oh, I'm scared. I want it there.
Oh my God, the fear that went through my body. But now with my little one, Leo, he's a bit of a nuisance with my wife, right? Because he's wild. He's a lot.
You got a boy and a girl?
Yeah, no, 2 little boys. I've got Mason, who's 11, and Leo's 4. 2 boys as well. But with Leo, I can give him the dad look and it stops him in his tracks. So if he's having a tantrum and I just give him a look, it works. I give him the little look. I
feel like
that,
powerful. You can feel on top of the world when that happens, don't you?
First time I did it and it worked. I went, Leo. And I looked at him like that. And then he stopped like that. And I turned around and I went,
it's like a little silent win.
Yeah. But so you know now that you finished, well, you're not finished acting, you're still acting, but you're juggling the mum thing. Now you're a businesswoman. How's that going? Because I know you got your business. Tell us about your business.
So, long story short, I do planners, so I do diaries. So basically it's like a day-to-day diary. Yeah, I'll send you one.
Need one.
It's a day-to-day diary with dates. It essentially started with just dates and times so that I knew where I needed to be, when I needed to be there. And I did Dancing on Ice in like 2018, I think it was. And my day started at 5 o'clock because I was also at the time covering on Key 103. Do you remember Key 103? So I was covering the breakfast show for Chelsea, who was on maternity. So my day used to start at 5 o'clock. So I'd get up, I'd go to the radio. We'd do radio 6 till 10. And then I'd go ice skating and practicing my ice skating. And then I'd go to Corrie if I needed to. Or if not, I'd then do like dance classes because I thought I could dance. Like in the club, I can dance. But dancing on ice, I'm not a good dancer. The arms and your fingers and your posh, awful. They call me like a sack of potatoes. I was like, you want to see me in Live on a Saturday and it's really not pulling out here on the ice. But I was busy. I was hectic. So then I've always had this thing for planners, like Paper Chase, loved that. And then my friend was working in America. I seen this planner in America. It was like $100. And I said to her, you need to bring it home for me. It didn't ship to the UK. I was like, don't open it. Don't write your name in it, your birthday. Do not touch it. Just bring it to me so I can look at it. Paid for this planner to come over. Anyway, I used it for the year. And I just thought, I'm going to do one of these. So when I finished dancing, I had all this free time trying to find myself because I was so busy and now I'm not. I said, right, okay, I'm going to do these. And I had no clue. I still don't have a clue. But I used to ring up printers and I'd say, hi, can you tell me how much such and such thing would be? And they'd ask me questions that I didn't know, and I'd pretend that the line would go dead. So I said, sorry, I can't hear you, I'll ring you back. Put it down, Google it, and then I'd go back and then they'd ask me like what weight paper I want. I'm thinking, I don't know, the one that's in the books. So then I'd go, I'd find, and it's all these things that like, I just winged it. I scrambled against what we was doing. I met a graphic designer who also brought bits on, and she said, do a pre-order. So get your pre-order done, and then your pre-order will pay. You had 90 days, I think, from print to pay for your planners. So I got all the money in, did this pre-order, paid for my planners, and then sent them all out, but didn't get it proofread. So then there was like 4 extra days in August and like 2 weeks in September. And I was like, oh my God. I got them delivered to Corrie. So I didn't understand what pallets was. So it's like 4 pallets are coming to Corrie. I was like, well, they said we need to deliver 4 pallets. And Corrie was always open. So all my posts used to go there. The post room used to hate me. I'm like, boys, is there anything for me? Anyway, these 4 massive pallets of planners arrived in reception. And Angie from reception rang me. She said, Brooke, you need to move these. I went down. There was like 1,000 planners on it. I was just like, oh my God.
Did they all have the wrong thing in them?
They all had the wrong thing in them.
Oh no.
So then at the time, I had a family friend, Amanda, who I was chattering to about, I think it was about, because there's quotes in there. So that was the main thing about my planner, is I put these motivational quotes in, because that's what used to get me hyped up for the day. I used to look on Pinterest for them, and I put them on my Instagram, and the girls would be like, what's the quote for today, Brooke? And I'd be like, da-da-da. So the quotes is like a massive part of it. So I was speaking to Amanda about this. Anyway, this whole thing happened, and she worked in retail and doing like P&Ls and all these spreadsheets, things that I don't have a clue about. I don't know how to invoice. Anything technical or mathematical, I'm just rubbish.
Sounds a bit like me.
It's horrible. So then I said to Amanda, this has happened, what do I do? So she said, well, you can either do a reprint or you can send people a 5% off. I went, well, I'm doing a reprint. I'm not having people having my products. That's wrong. I do what I would say in life, the fluffy stuff. I do the nice stuff. I pick the covers. I pick the quotes. Well, I write the quotes. I would pick the layout, and I do all that aspect of it. But I'm so grateful to have the people around me that then can help like execute that. Because that's what's hard, is like for a lot of time in my life, and still now I do struggle with accepting help. Feel like you think that, I do. I feel like you think that you're supposed to know how to do everything. Yeah. Same with being a parent. Just because you've had a child, don't tell me how to parent mine. Yeah. It's that whole, is it an ego thing? Is it a pride thing?
I don't know how to do it. You know, I think it's a mixture of that. But Brooke, it's kind of crazy that you just said that, because I was thinking about, I've been going through some stuff, man. I ain't gonna lie, but that's one of the things. I physically don't know how to do it. I don't know. I don't think it's pride, because I'm not. It might be. I could be wrong. But there's something about me, or something about where I am in my. Like I said, I'm older than you. All jokes aside, so I'm older than you. And when you start to go through your 30s, you start kind of you ask yourself mad questions. You start asking yourself like, what really makes me happy? You start cutting people out. But with me, I take pride in being a provider, but being the person that's helping, you know what I mean? Like, if you need something, call Jay. If you need this, call Jay. Do you want help, call Jay. But when I need help, I don't know how to, I don't know.
Can I ask you a question? Do you think, so with what you do, you get instant happiness, satisfaction, whatever them feelings that make you carry on doing what you do, that's what carries you on, if that makes sense. Do you think that if, for instance, you said to someone, I can't take that class today, or I can't take that person today, can you do it? Do you think subconsciously in your head you're thinking, that's shaving off actually a bit of, well, I can do that, but it's a bit of like, I'm now going to have to pass the praise a little bit. Like I feel, for instance, let me break it down. If you're cooking Sunday dinner, right? You're cooking Sunday dinner, it's my house cooking Sunday dinner. Someone wants to help with the mash. Well, you want to help now. And if that mash is good, then actually, it's not my Sunday dinner because you made the mash. And it's a bit like that. It's a bit like, I don't know if it's because I'm a little bit hyper independent and I do like to do things myself so that I know I've done it and I've done it myself and that's for me to be proud of. But I think when you do have to ask for help or you have to accept help and there's different dynamics in that, you sit back and you think, oh, well, you know, I'm not as satisfied as I would have been if I did it on my own. I struggle with that, I'm not going to lie.
See, I'm a little bit different. It's not so for me, it's not about the place. So with my work, it's about emotion, right? So let's say if I was training you in the gym or Haley or Martin or anybody, and it's about physical change, right? Getting some glutes or getting some abs. If I don't feel like training you because I'm ill, yeah, Brooke, can't train you today, I'm not well. But when I'm dealing with people with terminal illnesses and people that are severely ill, but then the scary thing is what's kind of made my mind go, poof. When you realize how important you are to somebody else, I ain't never gonna not show up. I need to show up. I need to make sure that when you show up, I'm there. If you want me, I'm there.
It's more about
so
them
it's
than
more.
it is
So
about
it's
you.
not. Yeah. So when the typical gym stuff is aesthetics and training and getting this, it's cool. But when someone's going through just horrible human experience as a disabled person, as a terminally ill person, as a person who's just going through life, struggling, being belittled, being made to feel ugly because of your disability or your experiences. I had a young lad last year who, don't want to name him, but taxis wouldn't pick him up in his wheelchair, going through that kind of life experience. But then, that's my little bro, so I'm going to fix it. So when I go to the taxi company and have some stern words, but then for him to ring me and say, no one's ever supported me like that. I know how much I mean to you, therefore, I need to always be there for you. So my thing is, I'm used to being that guy.
Provider.
But then so I'm good at helping because I will go above and beyond. I don't mind. I don't care if I don't get no sleep. I don't care if I get 4 hours a night, most nights. I don't care. I don't care if my eyeballs are popping out. What are we in today at 1? Cool, I'm in. And I'm not gonna turn up tired. I'm not gonna turn up pissed off or any way. I'm gonna turn up and give you the best experience and exercise so that energy that I give you, you can use that for the rest of the day, for the rest of the week. Don't care what's going on in my life, I'm going to provide that for you. So that's what I'm used to being. And I know how exhausting it is, right? Mm-hmm. It's hard, but I know how exhausting it is. It physically and mentally drains you. But they will never see that. So when I ask for help, I kind of think, I don't want nobody else to go through what I'm going through. I'm not feeling sorry for myself, by the way.
I know what you mean.
But I don't want nobody to be exhausted trying to help me. Because I feel like this is the path that I chose.
Okay. So let's flip it and talk about it this way. For instance, you're doing your thing, but your accounts need sorting. You don't do accounts.
No.
So you need help doing your accounts by somebody that actually can whip your accounts around in 5 minutes. But if you was to sit there and do it, it's going to take you 3 hours. That's what I'm saying in terms of like, I've not done the full task. I've not done it. And I don't know whether it's because as we get old, or not as we get older, but as I get older, I have nice opportunities. I have nice experiences that I think I've not been fully mentally challenged today. I should sit and work this out. And that was my mentality of my mum. That's what my mum's kind of like instilled in me, is like, you do it and you keep doing it until you can do it.
Yeah.
But I do think as like you say, you get older, you become more aware of people's feelings, but also your own. And like, I know you've just said you don't do it for praise. I didn't mean in that instance, but like there's going to be a feeling that you get when you know you've helped somebody. Yeah. Now, if you then, like I say, make this something bigger, make it, I don't know, like not a franchise, but you make this something that's going to be in every community, for instance, if that's the goal, whatever. Do you think you would get the same feeling, whatever that is, if you knew that was going on, but it wasn't you that was doing it? That's my point.
Yeah.
Which is the hard thing, is like, you could scale it. What is your plans with what you do? Sorry, I'm so nosy.
No. Listen, bro, people ask me all the time, and the honest answer is, I'm a weirdo. Right? I'm a crazy, happy weirdo as regards to, I'm a really bad businessman. I'm very present. So when I'm doing something, I've learned how to be very present. If I'm here with you, I'm here with you. If I'm doing, I'm there. Don't care what's going on. My mum gets pure mad at me the other day. Walks in my mum's house. And she's like, have you noticed anything? I was like, no, mum, what's up? She's like, what do you mean? She had new curtains. She had a new bookcase over there. Didn't notice nothing. So with my plan is, if I can make people happy every day, right, and give people just a sense of gratitude and hope and make people feel human every single day, that's the greatest gift that I can give community and give people. That spreads. So my plan for the future is to keep on doing it in the same way I'm doing it now. I'm not too, because you know what it is, Brooke? Look at your boys in your life, your family. There's so much beauty every single day. Every single day. We're amongst amazing beauty and amazing things. If I take my eyes off the ball, off the present, and I start looking too far over there, I'm missing the beauty that's right in front of me. You see what I'm saying? So my kind of future is just doing what I'm doing now. It's already massive. I'm already all over the world and people know what's going on. Cool. Let that keep on growing. I'm not looking too far ahead, because if I start looking too far ahead, the train's going to lose steam. And I think with my stuff, in order for it to keep on going the way it's going, I have to make sure that every single day I'm giving people a reason to smile and giving people just the greatest version of me, whether I'm exhausted or not.
What do you do for your happiness? I feel like we're on Michael Parkinson and I'm Michael Parkinson.
My happiness is happiness is my family, but I train every day for 2 hours. He shouldn't. But my happiness is that. But what I do for my happiness is,
because that's a really hard question. Isn't it? When someone says to you, what do you do? Because you do put yourself through all these things and you get up every day, like you say, you might not feel like it one day, but that person's dependent on you. I hear that. Like I hear all of that. But actually, when you step back and think, someone said to me the other day, what is the point and what are you doing it for? And I thought, well, my point in life, I think, is to travel the world with my boys. I think that's what I want to do. Everything else obviously whittles around it. But then I think when she said, what makes you happy? I was like, God, something as simple as like sitting in bed with the telly off.
Thank you, 100%.
Just whether it's 5 minutes scrolling on my phone, whether it's reading a book, whether it's just being at home and in a calm mind and a calm state. But like you say, if you're training for 2 hours, you're going to get your endorphins. That will obviously give you the motivation and things. But what actually, So
my happiness, like I said, I'm a weirdo. I'm a farmer, right?
Farmer?
Listen, let me explain.
Do you grow things?
No, do I heck? Well, I grew 6 strawberries one time, but I'll tell you about that in a minute. There's attackers to it. But my happiness comes from my family, man, and my wife and my 2 little boys. When I say I'm a farmer, at the weekend, I've got a pickup truck, right?
But it's gonna say, have you got an allotment?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah, 100%. But did you not? I got 100%. I got an allotment in Blakely.
But what do you grow?
My dad's doing bits and bobs in it now, but I like being in my wellies and I like being in the forest, in nature.
Yeah.
So my happiness, I'm the happiest when I'm with my wife and the kids, and we just got our wellies on, just out in the wilderness, in the wild, away from people. And even though I love people, it's at the point where I can't just go Costa anymore. Do you see what I'm saying? It's not as easy as back in the day when I used to just be able to go Costa and sit down. It's not like that anymore. So
have you tried Starbucks, by the way? I
Listen
heard
to
you
me.
saying. I remember when H was on and you said that your wife hunted him down in Costa, and I thought, I'm always partial to understand why people prefer Costa to Starbucks.
Let's not get into the coffee wars. You know what? Fuck it. Let's get into the coffee wars right now. Right. What's your coffee of choice?
Well, I'm new. I've started experimenting. No. I've changed. My cousin has this thing, and I was like, what is it? So now I'm quite fancy on the coffees. I have a brown sugar oat shaken.
Oh, you're one of them, Brooke. No, you're one of them funny ones.
I'm proud. But to help me, it's not like a made up one. It is on the board.
A brown sugar. What did you say?
You should try it. Brown sugar oat shaken espresso. I'm not sure if it's in that order.
Sounds
but
ridiculous.
All the 3 things are in it.
That sounds ridiculous.
Nice,
oh, have you had it, posh girl?
No, it's the oat milk. I'm like, why are you drinking oat milk? Anyway, I tried it as a fluke. It's not like matcha. It's not like a whole new, it's nice. Because normally I'm like, a latte or a mocha. I was a mocha for a long time, or like a caramel latte. But then when I started going to the gym, there was like loads of calories in them. So I thought, and then it was summer. So I thought, I'm going to try a cold one.
Sounds like the poshest drink I've ever
What
heard
do
in
you
my
have?
life, love.
A latte?
No.
A flat white?
Firstly, what's your coffee shop of choice? Because mine's changed. So me and my wife used to always go Bookies, Starbucks, by the way. Used to go Bookies. I used to love Bookies. Then that started tasting weird. So we started going Costa. Do you know where I love at the moment? Which I think is the best coffee shop for actual coffee. You been Cafe Nero?
I knew you was going to say Cafe Nero.
Jeez, Cafe Nero.
That's posh in itself.
It's not as posh as an oatmeal latte.
It is because
slow cooked, whatever it is.
It was shaken espresso. Asked me to spell it though is another story. When someone asked me what's your coffee order, I have to voice note it. But Cafe Nero's like one of them baristas, and they do it properly, and they make a love art in the swizzle. And
it's proper.
Yeah.
Have you been Gales?
Yeah.
Apparently Gales. I've never had a coffee in Gales.
Gales is facing the Euston station. It's one of them Instagramming Gale.
I don't like sweet drinks.
Oh. Well, what do you have then when you order?
An Americano with milk.
Oh my God.
Americano.
You go all the way to pay £7.50 for an Americano with milk.
And the funny thing is, my wife drinks a big cup like that, yeah. I only drink half a cup of coffee. So I'll pay for it, but I have to pour half of it out and get the rest of it. But tell you what, tell you what happens.
Cost-effective things.
I know, I'm bad. I'm a weirdo.
And God forbid once, forgive me now, but I went to a funeral once, and because I didn't have like workwear, funeral was like smart. You had to be smart. You look smart. And I'd get a coffee and I'd walk out like I was on my way to a business meeting because I looked the part with a coffee, with my planner. Okay. It was, I was like, we're on one.
You know what? Coffee makes people think that there's something that they're not. Shall I tell you what happened to me last week? And this is because of coffee. I don't know who I thought I was, right? So we've moved house. So we've got a new house that we're moving into at the end of Jan. And I'm saying to Laura, it's just around the corner from where I live now. Like kind of near Heaton Park.
Nice.
So I said to Laura, okay, we like coffee, but I like an Americano. I don't like the fancy ones. I'm in Corrie's looking at £700 coffee machines going, okay, which one do I want here? And after about an hour, I went, I don't like that kind of coffee. I just like a simple kettle water coffee. And I thought, who do I think I am? In Corrie's asking the guy, so is this the best one that you've got? What does it do? Knowing, God for well, all them buttons on that machine, I would never use them. No. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, enough of coffee.
Not coffee.
Now, there's a question that I always ask people.
Oh, God.
I think you're confident, so I think you'll get this pretty good. It'll be great if you didn't.
Okay.
Right? Don't look so scared. Why are you looking like that? Right. It's a drill that I do with a lot of people, right? Because I think with people, it's with the guys that I train that are disadvantaged. I always think it's good to kind of celebrate yourself and not be afraid to stop looking so scared, Brooke.
What?
Yeah, to celebrate yourself and not be scared to, you know what I mean, just really like who you are and the things that you are. You understand? So I'm going to ask you a question now. Don't overthink it.
Okay.
And just answer honestly. Tell me 3 things that you like about yourself. Brooke Vincent, go now.
My hair.
Yes.
My eyes.
Yes.
What else do I like? Oh, I've got good feet.
Why? What's wrong with your feet?
Well,
what?
I just...
Let's see your feet.
No, we don't need to start getting them out. But
can't say you got good feet. Get your feet out.
No, I feel like people have bad feet. So people are like, I don't like my feet. That's the first thing people say they don't like. Well, I don't mind my feet.
If I showed you my toes, you'd be disgusted. You know?
There you go. Not many people have them.
Yeah. Your fella's got footballer's soles, so has he got gross soles?
He thinks he's got nice feet. He prides himself on his
really?
toes. Yeah, but yeah, like bruised and...
My toes are disgusting.
You know what my favourite is? Kids' feet. Kids' toes and like looking to see whose feet you've got and like, oh, just love them. I just think, oh.
Can I ask you a question?
What?
There's something, right? This is weird as hell, but I'm going to ask it you. And we were talking about kids.
Yeah.
We were speaking about this before. Did you know that babies haven't got kneecaps? Go on, let it sink in.
Till when?
Babies have got no kneecaps.
How are they standing up?
Exactly. It's real though. Isn't it real? Isn't it real?
If we chat
It's real.
GPT there.
Chat GPT and Google it when you go on babies. They don't get kneecaps until they're 2.
How does that work?
Brooke, they've not got no kneecaps. Google it when you get home. We've got kneecaps,
No,
but
no.
you
You've got them at
You've
33,
got
but your kids did.
But you don't have kneecaps here. They don't have kneecaps. I think my little boy told it me. And I went, nah, he's talking nonsense. Googled it. Babies don't have kneecaps until they're 2 or like 18 months.
No, it actually is between 2 and 6.
2 and 6?
Yeah, I'm going to feel Clara's knees.
So what's there? Is it just
What is it?
just one big bone? It's one big bone, like.
So it's like flexible tissue that then ossifies.
Okay.
I wonder if it's like the head, because the head doesn't fully...
Exactly.
I think it's a similar thing. So they grow, because they grow so quickly, don't they?
Yeah. So when you go home, check your baby's knees.
Quickly, kids.
Yeah. Do you want more? Go on, have another one.
Everyone says once you've had 2, you might as well have more. Not at the minute. I think I would love to have one more, just because I think with both of them I had such a different but a bit stressful situations around having them. Like, for instance, when I was pregnant with my first little boy, I was looking for a house. So I didn't really enjoy that pregnancy fully. And then when I'd had my second one, I was pregnant with a baby. So then I was just constantly trying to like get myself into a routine. Whereas now the boys are older, I feel like it'd be just an extra blow of chaos.
I know what you mean.
But do you know what I do think? And it sounds so stupid. I think, who's going to carry my coffin? Who's going to stand there and say nice words? So I think the more of them I have, the more chance I've got of a good service. I'm not even joking. I do. I do think that. Because that's what I'm saying. Not even like when you pass away, but on a Sunday when you're old and you're at your house, if there's only 2 of them and the boys, they normally go to the girls' mum and dad, so who's going to come and see me? Do you know what I mean?
Listen,
just saying.
That's the mind of a bloody 70-year-old. Like, you see, you're laughing. She's nuts, isn't she? She's absolutely nuts. My missus really, we do get a bit broody, especially when my missus is around little girls. We got 2 little boys. She's like, oh. But I generally think that I'm a boy dad. I think if I had another one, I'd have another boy. I just think I'm a boy dad.
I feel like the girls will say you're a boy mum. And I'm like, do you think? And they're like, yeah. But my kids are feral. Absolutely feral. Chaos, don't listen, jump up off everything. And I can sit and have a conversation and they could be bouncing behind me and it does not faze me. My kids are the ones that people's hearts are in their mouth when they're climbing in. And I'm like, this is what we're doing. This is how we're winging it. And until they fall, they won't listen.
110%.
So
we've got, with you, so with my stuff, I always think I just want to leave a stamp on the world. The little work that I do, my little mission, just leave a stamp on the world and be remembered for being a person who's generous and kind. So since 11 years old, whether you know it or not, you left a massive stamp on Manchester, on TV, for being in the role that you've done for 16 years. I know you're humble with it, but you are highly respected in the community, in Manchester, in the UK. And how do you want to be remembered, right? And I know we're not talking about death. I know you're talking about your coffin.
Just
like your kids carrying your coffin. But how do you want people to remember Brooke Vincent or see Brooke Vincent? Yes, got you.
Do you know what though? Because I think I'm more bothered about not internally. How can I work? I think because I was exposed, whatever you want to say, to people knowing me from such a young age, I've learned as time's gone on you only care about so many people's opinions until it cuts off and then you don't care anymore.
Yeah.
So for me, I feel like who I am is what I'll be remembered for. Funny. I think I'm funny. And it's like, I like being funny.
Yeah.
I love making people laugh. I love laughing. I think like I'm never going to be one of them people that got, oh, she had a nice smile. Like, I was like, no, I didn't. They'll say, oh, she was always messing around or she was being a nuisance. Like, a class call, like, fun. Yeah. I want people to think, oh, God, she was so fun to be around.
Good. You are, girl, and you're not boring.
Oh, God.
You're not boring.
People are
so now, what's next for you?
Do you know what? I've just signed with a new agency.
Come on now.
I know. And I'm a little bit nervous because I'm putting myself back on the whole actory vibe, which then, you know, that then brings in a level of travel, where I'm going to be. That's the hard thing with me is I don't know what I want to do, but I want to do everything.
Yeah.
So it depends. So it could be 1 week I'll be doing the radio, 1 week I'll be doing social media, 1 week I'm here. It doesn't matter to me what I'm doing. I just want to be able to say, yeah, come on kids, let's go and do that.
100%. You're doing it, girl. I hope, listen, 2026.
The year of the horse, do you know?
You want to hear my horse impression?
No, I bet mine's better though.
I bet it's not. Don't you ever, we'll have a horse off right now.
I'm good at a horse. I'm just going to warn you.
Let me tell you something right now. I've been doing this horse impression for 10 years, right? And I've mastered it.
Go on then.
I don't like the cockiness in her now. We're talking about the horse impression.
Are you going to tear an ACL doing this now?
I'm going to do this now.
Go on.
Do you want to go first or you want me to go?
No, you go first.
Right. Don't lie the way. I don't like the way you're looking at me like you got me beat. You ready?
Go on.
Right. Wait. The horse, this is a horse running.
Oh.
It's running and then it does the noise. Listen, so bear with it. Don't look at me like that, Hayley. Don't like this is work. Right. Ready?
Go on.
Oh!
I know what it is, but it sounds like a nursery rhyme.
The fucking horse is running, Brooke.
No, you ready? My horse don't run. My horse is static.
Is it from Ordenshaw, your horse?
From Ordenshaw. Right, wait. Don't look at me because I feel like I'm under pressure.
Mine's better.
No, I don't think it was. I think you're stopped you in your tracks.
Bro, I said, oh! That's a big horse. Put it in the comments.
Mine's a pony. A donkey.
Put in the comments if you watch this, whose horse impression was better. Our podcast is called You Are Not Your Limits. So it's about...
You're looking for it.
So it's all about overcoming challenges. That's my work, is just people overcoming adversity, overcoming challenges and difficulties. What's one of the biggest challenges that you've had to overcome?
Grief. That. But physically, and it's going to sound really stupid, but actually going to the gym, getting in the gym. I started a PT like 3 weeks ago, and I don't hate, but like I just always put my, I don't know, physical, whatever, on the back burner. I've got washing to do, so I think you've just reminded me I've not took the kids' pyjamas out of the wash for Polar Express tonight. Thank you. But I've always got a wash on. I've always got stuff to be doing in the house. So to me, going to the gym is like number 27 on my list.
Oh my God.
But now, because I have my PT, who's 5 minutes from my house, I can do all that and go. So I'm not overcoming it, and it's not a massive challenge, but for me, it's a little one. I'm really trying to be better in what I'm eating.
Good.
In my body, in being healthy and strong. But then probably another challenge is believing in myself. I think that's a big one.
I find you quite confident, so is that a bit of a mask?
I wouldn't say, I'm not confident. I how can I word this? I'm talking to you about things that have happened to me. I'm talking to you about my personal experience. But you asked me to sell myself to you.
Okay, yeah.
So like when I went for my new agency and they said, what's your best qualities? I said, my hair. And the lad looked at it. No, Mitch, I said, it's all my own. Like, because you can't buy good hair. Well, you get extensions, but you can't buy that. And like my eyes, I love my eyes because you can't buy eyes. Your eyes are your eyes. So I just think they're the two things that I love that you can't change. But in terms of like you said to me, why do you want this job more than this person? I'd probably struggle because I'd probably look at that other person and think, well, they're really good at it, and I'll tell you more about their qualities probably than my own.
I get you.
I think from being in, where I'm from at the time, I speak about it quite openly. When I was a kid, girls was horrible. They all wanted to batter me. You think you're mean because you're on Corrie, and like I was always loud anyway. I've always been like a mess about her. Like, so I just feel like I've made myself a little bit smaller.
Get you.
Going through life.
Get you.
And now I think, do you know what? Maybe in the past year, I suppose, since my nana passed, I just think, what am I doing it for? Like,
exactly.
why am I doing that? So I'm learning. I've not overcome any of that yet. But I just think if I just take one day at a time and just keep knocking the walls down.
What great mums do like yourself is you get used to putting yourself last because your priority is your 2 boys, your household, and doing everything there. But I think it's always important because you are running your ship. If you break down or you're not healthy, the ship stops moving.
So it's
really good that you committed to this PT and you committed to trying to get yourself in good shape like that.
Yeah, it's the saying, innit, of like you can't pour from an empty cup. Like, and I think mums, before I was a mum, I was a partner. Before I was a partner, I was a daughter. Before I was a daughter, well, I want anything, but on the way from being a daughter to a partner, I've been a friend. And I'm a little bit like that where if you ask me for anything, I'll help you. But I'll help you to my standard. I won't just help you.
Yeah.
If you ask me to plan a party for you, I'll plan the party to my standard.
Yeah.
So I do obsess over things like that. I want things to be perfect for people.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the pressure that, comes with being a mum or whatever it is put on by yourself. So I think when I had the kids, I was a bit like, I am at the bottom of the pile and I didn't mind that. But as they're getting older and need me for less, and now they're at school, obviously, well, actually, no, I'm going to spend that 1 hour that day for me.
100%.
And then I'll run around doing the washing
100%.
and everything else.
I wish big things for you this year, girl. You know what? Somebody asked me the other day, I'm going to ask you now, somebody has said to me, what would be my dream place to train? And I remember when me and my missus, I think Mason was only about 2. We went to Ibiza, but not to the party side, to the chill side.
Yeah.
And we ended up for one day, it was out of season, and we went to the party side, but it was dead. We went to this beach bar, I don't know what it was called, where it had a massive gym. I'm not sure if you've been to Ibiza, but it had a massive outdoor gym with a roof on. So Laura was sunbathing and drinking cocktails, and baby was sleeping, and I'm in the gym.
I'd like to go on holiday with Laura.
Yeah, honest God, you love her. And it was amazing. With you and your acting, man, because I know that's your heart. Yeah. What's your dream role? If I could click my fingers now and give you the dream role. I feel like I'd
be really good at like the psychopath next door.
I think so, with that horse.
I think I'm not for instance, when I was in college with the horse, I was in college, we did Greece and I was all geared up for going for Sandy, and I stood in the line for Sandy and I got to the front and my chew went, Brooke, come on, you're Rizzo. I was like, what? It was like, you're Rizzo, come on. And I think I'm never going to be cast for like the pretty little girl that gets murdered. I'm the murderer.
Yeah, 100%.
That's what I live for. And like yesterday I had a self-tape that I needed a gun. So I had my kid's Nerf gun. I was like, yes, get behind it. But my dream role is that like gritty ITV, British dramas, like I just love the things of like, I love the gritty drama sides, but then like Top Boy, love that. I love things that resonate with where you're from, what's going on. Like, did you watch Flight? It was called the other day with Kate Keller.
I did.
About her smuggling drugs. Love it. Anything like that where you're on the edge, I'd love to play anything like that.
Well, this year, I want to see you in them things. I want to see everything that you want. I want to see you in them things.
I think my babies are only going to need me, especially with acting. My babies are really only going to need me for another 6 or 7 years till they can fully do what they want to do when they want to do it. I only have to wait that long until I can then be the person that I'm then going to be for the rest of my life. And I just think, I do, and I think everything comes to you at a time that it comes to you. And like I say, social media at the minute, it pays so much because you direct to the advertiser that actually, if I can make money whilst being at home around their schedules. My littlest and my youngest play football. They've just started being asked to go into academies. So me and Karen have sat down and said, right, what do we want to do here? And there's like Liverpool have asked, or, you know, City have asked. And in my head, I'm thinking, do I want to be travelling to Liverpool every single day or whenever it might be? How am I going to do that? How am I going to keep that up for my child if they do sign at Liverpool? Who's going to take them? And if I've got a job that takes me to Cardiff for 4 months filming, I can't do that. So then it then breaks down to who's going to do that? And then if he can't take him, then who's going to do that? So I'm trying to like do as much as I can around them. I don't know.
No.
People, like I say, people say like, oh, you know, you need time for yourself. Don't get me wrong. I go out with the girls. I have a ball. I'm an absolute nuisance. You know, I go to the gym. I have time when they're at school. That's my time. I don't think of it, you know, as any other thing. And the same as any mums, like you just be a mum. You be the mum that you want to be, and that's it.
Yeah. You lot, it's like modern day parenting is hard, and the things that you're saying there, like my wife says a lot of the stuff, and she's got a lot on her plate, and she does everything. I have to step up and do more. I understand that because I'm at work, and even though I'm doing the typical trying to provide thing, she's doing an amazing role, what she's doing, and she does everything. And it does sometimes get on top of her. And I think just now, like back in the day, with all that old school mummage and nannies, you at home, aren't you? We're modern day mums now. He's a businesswoman. He's got full-time jobs. So you've got to do a full-time job and then look after a husband and then kids and then clean the house and do this and do that. It is a hell of a lot, and I respect you for it, and it is a truly amazing job that you do. And like modern day mums, like I said, I see it in my wife all the time, but I see it in girls like you as well. It's a very hard job.
We was just laughing about like schools, like when they say, oh, it's Christmas jumper day tomorrow. Oh, you need to send your child in looking like the Grinch on Thursday. Do you know, like all these things that then just, you feel like, oh God, I forgot that. And then like we say, if you forget, I dropped my little boy off once at nursery for pyjama day, not in pyjamas. And the sheer guilt that got me, but I'm lucky because I didn't have anywhere that I needed to be that day. Yeah. So I went straight to Asda, got him some pajamas. I also got some extras in case anyone else had forgot. But that's the thing is like, it's a village. It takes a village. It does. And mums do need that little outburst. But then I do think that women are designed to just juggle shit and they just do it.
Grief is something that it's new to me, man. And even though I've had to experience grief in a few different ways, right? Where usually with my clients and work, obviously I train a lot of elderly people who grow old and ill and pass away. So it's a horrible burn. That's not nice. So I deal with grief in that way. And these are people that I'm very close with. Or when people suddenly die that I train, that I see regularly. But was it 5 years ago now, was the first time I lost a family member that just took everything out of me. It was the worst. My auntie passed away, and it was that. And luckily, do you know what? I'm 40 now. I was 30 odd. I think I was 35 or 34 when she died. So I was lucky that I was 34 when I first had a big death in the family. I know people lose their mums and dads early ages. So I was lucky I was a grown man when it happened, but that was a different kind of grief, man. And there was I couldn't hide. I couldn't run. I couldn't fix it. Especially in my line of work, I'm used to fixing. Even when my clients that I know have passed away, there's an element of I can fix this a little bit because I'll speak to the family members and I'll carry the legacy on. In the gym, if you ever come to my gym book on the walls, I've got pictures of people that have passed away that are good friends. I've got one of my older ladies called Auntie Veronica, old Irish lady, wonderful, beautiful lady. When she passed away in COVID, where she sits in my gym, there's now a picture of her. Another gentleman that passed away, he was a lollipop man, where he used to sit. There's a picture, so I feel like I'm not fixing it, but I'm carrying on their legacy, and I'm doing my little bit to make sure that there's some kind of joy in this horrible mess of grief. But when my auntie passed away, oh my God, it's literally like the whole world, you lose everything. I've never had it before, where I remember walking up and down my gym outside for about 2 hours, just crying my eyes out. And I could not stop it. And that kind of grief is very new to me. And I know people go through it in their different ways, and I don't know how to. It's the only time in my life where I can't coach nobody. With everything else, with life and struggles of life and abandonment, loneliness, being disrespected, all the things that come with being disabled or disadvantaged, I can coach you through it in some kind of way. Mm-hmm. But with grief, is there a way of Is there a way of coaching people through it? How did you cope with grief? Was it your nana that passed away?
Yeah, but prior to my nana, there's been a lot of loss around my family, me, Kia, and the kids. There's been a lot of loss along the way. But my nana was my direct. So I think when you're so used to other people losing somebody, you almost, hypothetically speaking, because you don't actually know how that feels. And the only way that I ever say I can describe it is like somebody has punched you in the throat when you talk about it, and it burns. And it's like, I think sometimes, like now, I could easily cry about it now. I could easily cry about it when I'm stood in Aldi, my mate says, bloody hell, your nana. You know, there's times where you sit and you think, how am I ever going to get to a place where I feel okay with this? How's this going to feel? And I have said it before, but and I've read it, and people have sent it me, you know, grief is just love with nowhere to go. And the problem with grief is,
I like that,
you hold it, you hold the pain. So whoever has passed away, whether they was in pain, whether they wasn't, whatever, you hold all that. And then what happens is, if you don't release it, or if you don't find ways of addressing it, it just affects every other aspect of your life.
Yeah.
But it's hard because it's the inevitable. But it's also hard because one person could pass away and the 4 people around them are going to all grieve differently for that person.
Yeah.
There's no rule book to it.
Yeah, and that's what I've realised, man. Now, what do you think is easier, dealing with grief as a child or as an adult?
I was lucky. I was so lucky. I never lost anyone as a child.
Same. That's exactly the same.
I just think as an adult, when you lose someone as an adult, you value and you appreciate their presence. And you only appreciate that with age.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, when I was younger and someone passed away, it was never someone direct. So I was like, oh, that's really sad. And you think you know what sad is. You think you know what grief is, but you don't. You don't know it until it slaps you in the face. And I openly say, like, I will put songs on that are my nana's songs or the songs that remind me of people that have passed, so I can actively cry. Yeah. So when I'm on a night out and this song comes on, I don't feel this built up urge. But then there's people that I know that will not cry. They will not cry. They don't address it. They put it to the back of their mind and it stays there. Yeah.
I stay away from songs. There's certain songs that I stay away from that just set me off, man.
But that's what I'm saying. But I actively sit and listen to them.
Do you? That's mad.
I try, because I think there's like a song that reminds me of my nana. I think, well, if she was there and it was on, she'd be up bloody dancing. Yeah. And that's me holding on to that memory, not the memory of the song that she loved. Yeah. It's hard. Honestly, it's such a hard one because everybody experiences it. There's no time on it. It affects people 4, 5, 6, 7 years after it's happened. Mine's
at a block. It's really weird, like where I see people who've lost people and there's a bit of a development with it and they get used to life without them. I've kind of just hit a brick wall where even now I think, bloody hell, my auntie, when she died, my little boy, my eldest, who's 11 now, he was only little. So he doesn't really remember her. And I think, God, if she was alive now, they would get along. Honest to God, they would be the best of mates. Because where my auntie is, she's cheeky, she's a bit mad, she's funny. But knowing Mason's character, they would be best mates. But when she died, he was only little, so he doesn't remember. And so with grief, it's always, damn.
That, yeah.
I would love to just, I would have loved Mason to meet her properly at this age.
Yeah.
And you think that's what grief does sometimes. But like I said, it's you're right, everyone does it in a different way. And I like what you said though, grief is love with nowhere to go.
Love.
I like that. I think we're going to end on that note. I like that. I've never heard that before. Get me emotional, Brooke. Guys, I'm absolutely buzzing that she came through. Thank you for coming.
Oh, of course.
I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. I hope 2026 is great for you,
You too.
your family, and your lovely kids. Thank you guys.
Thank
Brooke
you.
Vincent, baby!